Hi guys, today I'm going to be trying Greek food and it's the first time I've tried this particular dish, which is this here, which is a pork gyros wrap. I'm sorry if I'm pronouncing that incorrectly. And what I've also got here is this Epsa blood orange drink, which I think is a Greek branded drink, which I've also never tried before. And while I'm trying this, I thought I'd talk about my trip to Greece. I went to Greece quite a few years ago now. I visited Athens and I can't really remember exactly what I did there, so I looked back over my old photos to remind myself what I did. So I thought I'll just talk to you about my trip there while trying this. But the silly thing was, when I was in Greece, the only food I had was Italian food. I do remember having a Greek salad, and I think that's the only Greek food I've ever tried. So I'm very excited to try this. I'm not sure how best to eat it, but I'm going to use a knife and fork because it looks a bit awkward for me not to use a knife and fork. So what I've got here is, it's a wrap and it's in pita bread, and we've got fries and they taste really nice. And the meat I've gone for is pork and it looks really nice. And I've also got tomatoes in here as well. I assume the best way is using your hands to eat your wrap, but there's just so much packed in here. I am really loving this. I really especially love the pork. I don't usually go for pork. I usually choose chicken when I'm picking something with meat, but I decided to go for pork because I ordered this from the only Greek restaurant that's near me, and all the chicken dishes, it came with mustard, and you didn't have an option to say no mustard when you ordered. And the pork didn't come with mustard, so that's why I went for pork, and I'm so glad I did because it's so nice. I will easily be able to eat all of this. Gonna try the drink. Oh, I don't like opening cans. I always think it's gonna go everywhere. Ah! That is blood orange. That's nice too. It tastes a bit like a Fanta drink. I'm not a big fan of fizzy drink though. Also had the option to add some pink sauce on it. I don't know what the pink sauce is, and I was tempted, but I decided not to because I've mentioned before on this channel that I am a very fussy eater, which is why I'm wanting to try new food really. And I am not a lover of sauce. I always go for the option not to have any sauce on my food, so that's why I decided not to go for it with pink sauce, but maybe next time I will try the pink sauce. And I really love these hand-cut fries, they taste so nice. I went to Athens, like I said, a few years ago now, and I really wanted to go there because I'm really into my history, especially like my Greek history, so I wanted to see a lot of the old ruins there. And the first day I visited the Parthenon, which was the thing I was most excited to see, and it didn't disappoint. I remember first seeing it and being really overwhelmed by the sight of it. Also on the first day I visited the Herodes Atticus Theatre, I think it's called, which if I remember rightly is very close to the Parthenon. I remember the sights from there being amazing. The other thing I remember from my trip to Greece is how friendly the locals were, and also the weather, the hot weather. It was very, very hot. I think it still remains the hottest place I've visited because when we went there, it was nearly 40 degrees on some days, so I really wasn't used to it. And I remember when I went, my friend and I, who I went to Greece with, we were just obsessed with wanting to come back with a tan. So every opportunity we had, we tried to sunbathe, which isn't something I do now. I actually don't like sunbathing. I find it quite boring. I prefer to go on holiday and see the sights, especially historical buildings. But back then we just had it in our minds we wanted to come back with a tan, and I remember us sunbathing on some grass, and we only lasted 5 minutes because we just hated it. The second day we saw some more ancient ruins. We visited the temple of Olympian Zeus and also the temple of Hephaestus. Again, I hope I'm saying it right. I really struggle pronouncing these Greek words today. Again, although I don't have a lot of memory of exactly what I did there, I remember visiting these areas. On the third day we went to a fun park, and I looked it up and I think it is a low fun park. I again may or may not be saying that right. Also on that day we visited an Olympic stadium. Or what I really remember from that day is posing underneath some white arches. On the next day we visited the older Olympic Stadium, Panathinaik I think it was called. I preferred visiting that stadium because it is the more historical one of the two, and it really did look amazing. I remember learning that it is the only stadium in the world to be built entirely of marble. And also that day we visited a war museum. I don't have a lot of memories of the war museum other than the pictures I saw, but I'm sure I enjoyed it because I do enjoy visiting museums, and I have been to quite a few war museums before. And then on the final day I think we just enjoyed the sun and did some shopping. I've also ordered a Greek dessert. It's an orange cake. I will put the proper name for it on the screen. It does look really interesting. It's a cake in syrup. It's a lot thicker than I thought it was going to be. You can definitely taste the orange. I do like it. It's interesting taste. The texture isn't what I was expecting it to be like, but you definitely can taste the orange. It's very orangey. I don't know what I think of it though. I'm really into my dessert, and I'm really into like sweet dessert. But I could eat it. I don't know if I would order it again. I am actually getting into it more. I think what I do like about it, I do like the orange flavouring. And I also like it with the syrup. I think without the syrup it would taste too dry. But it's got this sticky texture to it, which I do like. So yeah, I'm definitely getting more into it. And I think I will finish it. It's very filling though. I've really enjoyed my Greek meal today. I definitely will be ordering a Greek wrap again because I just thought that was delicious. I really hope to return one day to Athens. I would love to visit again in the future, and the other parts of Greece I would like to visit is Crete and Santorini. I really want to visit Crete because of the historical sites, and Santorini just looks so beautiful with those white buildings and the blue rooftops. So they're definitely two places I would love to visit in the future, and like I said, hopefully return back to Athens again. I really enjoy making these videos where I'm trying new food from different countries, so I do plan to make more videos like this. Please subscribe, and I will see you in my next video.